What's up, it's Mike Waters. I'm at Phase 1 Elite, and today I'm gonna talk to you about explosive power. So this is a plyometric training program. I'm not only gonna explain the benefit and the technique, I'm actually gonna execute it so you can watch it and see what it's supposed to look like to increase your explosiveness. So let's get right into it. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is a nice dynamic warm up, and we're gonna use the bands. So these bands are real easy, man. If you don't have these, check the link in our profile, because you can go right to Amazon and grab these for a couple bucks. So here we go, good base, butt down, chest up, feet about shoulder width apart, and we're just gonna step out and then bring it back. You don't want your feet any closer than shoulder width apart. So we're going 10 to the right, and then we're gonna switch, of course, go 10 to the left. Here, see it, good base. Now we're gonna switch, boom. So this is gonna help glute activation, just a dynamic warm up before you get into your plyometrics. You wanna make sure your body's primed and ready to go. All right, so we're gonna hit 10 on that, and we're only gonna do 2 sets, just very quick. We wanna work through this, but we don't wanna create too much fatigue. We wanna focus more on just warming up, getting that blood flow, and activating glutes especially before we get into the boxes. So that's our first one. So our second piece of our band dynamic warm up, butt down, shoulders up, always a good athletic posture here. And now we're gonna move lateral. So if you notice, it's a big step, small step, big step, small, big, small, because you never want your feet to get closer than shoulder width. You don't wanna be too tight. So we're gonna stay low, we're gonna work 5 yards, touch, and then we're gonna work back. And the goal on this is to no break in between. Try to work to your right and then back to your left in 1 set. So I already feel a nice little burn already happening. Here we go. So that's our second band dynamic warm up. All right, so now for our third exercise in our dynamic band warm up. So we're gonna be here once again, shoulder width, butt down, chest up. Now we're gonna angle step, back even. Angle, even, angle, even. Always come back to even between each step. Take your time on this. These are individual steps. Boom, touch, touch, same thing, working 5. When we get to our line, we're gonna keep working. Butt down, chest up. Now we're gonna work back the same way. So we're going lateral, lateral, back even. Always come back to the center. On the center, your feet should always be even. And we're gonna work right back to that starting point. There it is, and that's our third and final exercise. Now we can transition right to the box jumps. So here's our first plyometric exercise. So typically, any gym that you go to nowadays usually has a set of plyo boxes, right? So you can utilize those boxes. I see them at a lot of commercial gyms now, a lot of athlete performance training centers. So the goal is for me to teach you exactly how to use these to be effective. So that way you can execute it on your own, in your own commercial gym, private gym, or whatever it is you may have. So let's get right into it. So for this exercise, I want you to complete 4 sets of 10 reps. So that's 4 rounds, 10 jumps each round. Make sure you take about 1:30, anywhere between 1:30 and 2 minutes between, because you want to be explosive, you want to be fresh for every single rep. This isn't about conditioning, so you don't need rapid fire. You want to be explosive. Make sure you use your arms and good controlled, soft landing. We shouldn't hear you pounding on the boxes in the gym. It should be nice and quiet. So as you see, explode and control, and then reset each jump. So this is our first exercise in our plyometric training program. Second exercise in our plyometric training program is going to be explosive box jumps, but now we're gonna transition to single leg landing. So we're basically gonna land, stabilize on 1 leg, and then we're gonna reset. So we're still going 10 jumps. On this one, it's gonna be 3 sets of 10. And you're gonna alternate between your right and left leg for your landing. Remember, it's not about the box height, right? You could always adjust that. It's progressive, because you wanna make sure that you're always controlled and your balance and everything is stable as you do this. This isn't about how high you could jump or how tall the boxes are. This is about being efficient, right? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create explosive power. So stay within that range, and let's get right to it. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. All right, so that was our second exercise in our plyo series. Now remember, there's only 3 parts to this. And the reason being is because when you're in plyometric training, it's not about volume. You don't need 1,000 reps to be successful. You actually want minimum reps, but you want maximum efficiency. You want to train your body to be explosive, be under control, and then you can go outside and do different things for conditioning. This is about explosive power. So let's get into our last exercise. So here's our final exercise in our plyometric training program. These are transverse jumps. These are very advanced. So make sure you have a lot of balance, a lot of control on these, and you'll see once I demonstrate. But once again, it's not about the height, it's about being efficient. So if you need to go on a lower box for these transverse jumps, then just go with the lower box and progress your way back up. So let's get right into it. So that was our final exercise. You see, very, very complex because the transverse is really working your core, your abdominals, getting you that rotational power. So that's what we're shooting for on that. So remember, adjust the height as needed. And on this one, we're gonna do 3 sets of 10 as well. And the 10 is gonna be alternating right to left. So basically you're facing this way on one, then you flip around, face the opposite, so that way you're working both sides. So once you put all 3 of those together, you have a great plyometric training program that is designed to increase your explosiveness. So let's get to it, let's keep working, and I'll see y'all on the next one.